So I'm still trying to get used to trying to deal with this. Do these videos. I should have brought my other light in here. Oh well. Anyway, pedophiles and victim blaming. Couple questions here. So, when is it okay to actually blame the adult for putting their doing sexual things on a minor? Or should I say, what age, what's the age um, limit to where you stop blaming the adult for putting a child in a very, very compromising and very just sick position? What, 10, 12, 13? Um, and does it matter if, or is it okay for a man to, or a woman, uh, but to have some type of sexual contact with the minor if the minor was already sexually active? And at what age does you go down to? 12, 11, 10, what? Then I have another question. So, what does it matter the gender? So if it's a girl, is what I'm saying. If it's a girl, she was fast. If it's a boy, he gets a high five. If it was done by a woman or older sibling that was a female. But if it was a boy that was touched on by a man, then he a faggot. No matter if he's, you know, acting or, you know, no matter if he's gay or straight. There's some very, very, very skewed opinions out right now. And I'm not gonna say any names because we have some trending topics about some very famous people, and about some things we've been new for 20 years. Okay, but I've been seeing I see the same people when it came to other situations like those. I see them on feeds, you know, like for example, like some of the teachers that are having sex with the students at schools, 13, 14-year-old boys. Oh, the comments are, oh, yeah, that's wrong, and oh, that's nasty, bitch, you go to jail, blah, blah, blah. But when it's somebody famous, oh, it's a different story, huh? So I guess the answer to my question, I guess it all depends on if you're famous or not, huh? Or if that person, you like that person, okay? So, which I guess it makes sense because a lot of people, especially women, tend to when something's happened to their child, they tend to, depending on who it is, they tend, if it's somebody they like or know, they tend to downplay it and force their child to be around the person who preyed on them, and force the child to forgive that person, knowing damn well as a grown woman, a woman wouldn't want someone who raped her to be around her. But I guess, because they're a child and I pay the bills, right? Yeah, you're, child, or I guess a child's more mentally stable, stronger than a grown woman, right? Oh, okay. So I just think that we need to think about some things. If it's wrong, it's wrong across the board. I've seen some sick stuff displayed today, and it just goes to show that a lot of men are pedophiles. A lot of men are pedophiles. So, because I'm like, well, why would you blame a child? Oh, she was already sexually active. Okay, that means so you're saying it's okay to take advantage of a child that has already been taken advantage of, and is displaying those emotions outwardly because they've never really gotten any help. Their parents just swept it under the rug and didn't put them in counseling and shit like that. See, that's the thing about that whole argument. You're taking someone who was probably violated at a very young age, 5, 6, 7 years old, probably three. I've even heard like three people, like, and so at those ages, they even tell you in general, just of rearing a child, as far as, the most impressionable time, or like, up to like 5 or 7 or something like that. So that, and the things that you teach a child at that age, they tend to keep, and they assume that's what they're supposed to do. So if you up here doing just disgusting things with children of that age group, they're going to then assume that that is okay and that's what they're supposed to do. And that's, and they will display outwardly emotions to that. And, a lot of times they go and do it to another child, or they go to school doing shit. Um, and I know the black family is to blame for this whole, because, it's always, oh, she was fast. And, you always whip the girl. Never, it's just, as I said before, there are a lot of people in Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood's basically made up of pedophiles and narcissists and homosexuals and you know abusers and drug addicts. Okay, Hollywood and entertainment. That's pretty much makes up about 80% of the people, right? So, there's no, I mean, you can, the church too, society condones pedophilia to an extent, and I've seen that today, you know. And in other ways, and I've mentioned this in another video, you have porn genres barely legal. How the fuck would you have, like, why would you even allow a porn genre like that if you weren't, grooming, or, getting that mental, that psyops, doing, as far as, subconsciously putting that shit in people's head, as far as like, okay, so you're like helping these people that would like to have sex with a young woman, a young girl, fulfill their fantasy by having some porn star that looks like she's 14 dress up in a schoolgirl outfit and perform fellatio. Like, we're a fucking sick society. And it has only gotten worse, from even when I was a kid. Like, nowadays, you know, you know, little girls are dressed grown. What we what used to call grown and shit like that. Like, the outfits is the same. Why? Like, you don't, grown hairstyles, grown outfits. They get to be all in grown folks' face talking and shit like that. And see, that's just a setup. And you get some of your parents like, you tripping, da you mean, or you da 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 da, outdated practices. But I'm telling you something, they so smooth with it. They getting you ready to legalize pedophilia. And then they're gonna look, and they're gonna take all the fact, they're gonna take all the shit into consideration, as far as their argument is fact that, well, shit, y'all out here, you dress your kids up like they fucking little women. You give your children all types of control and, like so I mean, you allow them to make decisions. They run your household, whatever. So why can't they should they they're going to argue the fact that they're capable of being in a relationship with a grown ass person. And the powers that be are real smooth with it, because everything that they have done in general, this is just a general statement, everything that they've done, they how they implemented it is real smooth. You don't even know it. You don't even realize it until it's too late. Just like a lot of things my generation and older didn't realize until we got older about the things that were being said when we was young. And we was like, man, y'all tripping, man, whatever. Man, you on that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And now I see that. I see it. I see it. So, okay. I don't want to go that way. I had to do my hair over. So, anyway, yeah, I don't wanted to make this one sweet and short because I have a lot of things to talk about, but I wanted to separate them out. And I'm glad I'm calmed down because I was gonna make this earlier, but I decided to clean, was better, And I calmed down, I cleaned some things, and calmed down. I got to gather my thoughts and stuff, but I still wanted to come on here really quickly and be like, you know what? We are a society of hypocrites. If it's you know, um, you know, just know that it is not okay for a man or a woman, but for some reason it's always when it's the victim's fault when it's a female. So we're just gonna go with a female on a grown ass man, okay? So it is not okay for a grown ass man to have sex with a minor, even if she has already been having sex. It's like, what you ain't got no self control, like what, like you don't have any type of restraint, like that shit don't make your stomach turn. You know what I'm saying? Like something's wrong with y'all. Y'all are sick. Men are sick in general. I just think they would stick their hole in a, they would stick their winker wonker in a wet hole if it was wet enough. In a hole if it was wet enough. I know I butchered that one. What I was saying was, a man will stick his penis in a hole if it was wet enough. Just nasty. Nasty. And I know part of that is the whole grooming thing. They're easy to control. You dig what I'm saying? And I've been there. I was there. I was there. I was the girl that was getting picked up by older dudes at high school in high school. But there's a past with that. Okay, I wasn't. And that's the thing about it. Like people be walking, be throwing around this fast thing with these young girls and stuff like that, like the minors. Like kids have to learn that type of stuff from somewhere. It ain't like, oh, she just she just been fast and she was 4 5 years old. I don't know where she got it from. Like, oh, like they just you're just born like that, wanting to be promiscuous and have sex and things like that. Yeah, you're just, yeah, she's fast. Yeah, she was born like that. Yep. I mean, she was in daycare and in kindergarten trying to hump on. You know what I mean? Like, and if that's happening, that to me somebody's touching on your child. Okay, kids are not born fast. Something has happened, and then and instead of blaming the adult that did it and going after that adult, you blame the child. Oh, you fast, and okay, a grown man should not be having sex with no underage girl. No grown woman should not be having sex with no underage boy, and that should be kudos. No grown ass man should be having sex with no underage little boy, and y'all blame the victim, call him gay, and shit like that, instead of going after the sick ass perverted man. Period. And it shouldn't matter if the motherfucker was wealthy, rich, your boss, your pastor, the coach, your husband, your ex husband, your boyfriend. I don't give a fuck how he dicking you down. I don't care. I don't care if he paying all the bills in the house. I don't care if you live with him. Bitch, save some money up. Get the fuck out of there. Because only this is going to lead to resentment with you and your child. And then a lot of times what happens in families is, the family never really deals with the issues, so they make the child that now is grown to grow up to have to suppress that and act like that shit never happened and not ever bring that shit up. And everybody's happy and cool and I love you and oh yeah, niece or whoever, oh yeah, it's cool until the shit gets brought up and then it's like, oh, you're disrupting, being disruptive to the family, and like you're looking at that person getting looked at as something wrong with them, and they're just being a negative Nancy or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We are fucking fucked up in the head. I'm sorry, we are fucked up, and as far as what the news about who, this famous person, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's been, got the little Lifetime special, whatever. As far as that coming out, I'm not finna be like, oh yeah, yeah, these crucify him. But hey, karma's a motherfucker. It was going to happen sooner or later. That card was going to get pulled. Now I don't know why they choosing him, because a lot of people, are, maybe his time is up. Maybe he had to pay the piper now. For real, for real. It's that, they sell their soul, and so when that debt come, they come to pay that. Get that, come to collect their debt. you know is hey, is either sacrifice, humiliation, and other things to that ritual. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but all I know is he it's time. It's just his time for that shit to go down. It's just time now. He, yeah, we knew. Even I knew back in the day. Yep, and then I used to sing those songs. But you know what? I don't even play. He ain't even my Rolodex. I don't even play his songs now. I don't think I played his songs since the Fiesta. Around that time, was that early 2000s? Yep. And I'll hear it sometimes. Whatever. Like I've been in the club. This is when I used to go to the club, you know what I'm saying? I would hear it, but I'm already drunk and I'm dancing to whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's not like I'm finna go out and buy it. I'm not finna go out and uh, buy songs, go to these concerts, So, and I seen a video. We all did, and I wasn't saying, oh, she was just being fast. I was just like, well, you know, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really, like it. A lot of people who are touched on, they don't, and they don't get the proper help like I did until I was fucking older. Literally till I was like 34, 35. You don't. You deal when you see that type of stuff, you deal with it differently. That's why a lot of people are still like, like I'm seeing now, like I can tell what, how the comments are, what people are saying, like, yeah, y'all get, you been fucked with and touched on, and you ain't got no fucking help. You been touched on, ain't got no fucking help. You probably been raped, and motherfucker didn't believe you. Like I can kind of tell with some of the responses, but um I don't know, man. It's crazy. Um, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, he's still. I mean, it is what it is. He's extremely talented individual, but a sick individual. I would leave my motherfucking kids. I wouldn't leave my grown ass daughter. She grown as hell, like grown, legal, drink, all that. I would not leave. I wouldn't want her to be nowhere. I don't affiliated with this nigga. I wouldn't want him. Don't say nothing to her. Don't even talk to her. Yo. So, it is what it is. I think um we need to heal. Okay, we need to cut this stigma out about counseling and getting help. Okay, mama, you need to have a sit down and have a talk with your child and apologize if you made your child through guilt or force be around somebody after she done told you that somebody in your family or your husband or whoever you was uh and you didn't do nothing. You made that girl be around that. You need to apologize. You need to sit down and apologize. Y'all need it need to be some family meetings happening, some healing happening. You know, we need to stop. Uh, taking up for the predators. Just like with another celebrity with this person's brother. I mean, and it was found guilty. Some of the stuff I heard with that, it's like, oh, yo, like you know what? So I mean, so it's okay, yo. So we look past celebrities when they do pedophile stuff to kids. So that begs the question, like, would you overlook some stuff if that happened to your child? Will you still have your child around them, or would you? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, will you try to set them up like Michael Jackson? I don't know. Pimp your child out. I don't know. It just seems like your integrity is fucked up. But anyway, this is going on a little bit longer than what I wanted. I just wanted this to be like a quick 10-minute video. It's over 20 minutes, so. Um, we need to stop victim blaming. When the shit come out, the shit come out. If it come out 10 years from now, it come out 10 years from now. That shit happen. People are coming out about shit that happened when they was a kid, on their deathbed or when they get older, 20, 30 years later to their mom or to they, you know what I mean? Like, or confronting their abuser and stuff, like 20 years later, 30 years later, in the family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When they get 30, 40 years old, when they get that, they find strength to even confront that stuff. So no, it ain't like I hate when people be talking about, oh, why you didn't say it a long time ago? Because shit, especially when they famous, because it's like ain't nobody gonna believe you any motherfucking way. You know what I mean? And people can threaten to sue you. People can get you killed, depending on how powerful they are. They threaten your livelihood. Like, come on, man, come on.